Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. I am reporting live from Newcastle Airport, where it is allegedly being reported that we could well see an appearance from Sandro Tonali very, very soon. It is being reported through Fabrizio Romano, Daily Mail and a few other sources, quite a few actually coming out earlier in Italy. It's kind of slowly made its way over into the English press this evening, that Tonali is being accused of, I'll say alleged as well, because we don't know what's going on with this one, alleged match betting. And I will say, by the way, I've not come down to Newcastle Airport to get a look at Tonali. I was parked in the car waiting to pick my parents up from their holiday over in Gran Canaria, so looking forward to seeing them. Not as quite as nice to be sat here realising the news coming out this evening. As I say, Tonali as well as one other Italian player have reportedly been sent home from international break because of these accusations. Bad news. And I will say, by the way, this is literally just hitting the front line as of right now. I do not plan to stick around to see Tonali, by the way. I just wanted to come on and talk about it because this international break came at a fantastic time for Newcastle United. I think, in fairness, the last international break came at a fantastic time. It was a moment where we'd had a tough start of the season. International break, boom. I mean, what a whirlwind it's been, you know. Out in Milan, great draw out there where Tonali has had a huge part to play in a number of games over this great run we've been on. Win against PSG at St James's Park. A fantastic win against Man City at St James's Park as well. Kind of coming out the back of that international break and going into this one. Well, you could say it's not perfect timing because we were on a roll and we wanted to keep that roll going. But we've been hit with a fair few injuries. We've actually had a lot of people talking the last few days already, this international break, about what we're going to do in the January window. And can we look at strikers in the January window? Because Wilson's been carrying a knock. He was on the bench in the last game, but Eddie Howe didn't want to bring him on. Isak, he's reportedly, he's pulled out of the Sweden squad because he's got a knock. You've got Longstaff, Longstaff was left out, Gordon was left out, give those guys the break, that's fantastic. But then you've got Joe Linton, Willock, Botman, all three of are actually hoped to be back in time after the international break. So that's what I'm saying is it's coming at a time where, yes, we've been on a great run, but a moment for some of these players to recover. Now, obviously, players do go away with international breaks. Tonali's gone away, Bruno's gone away, to be honest, as much as it's great for them to go away. And actually, when Bruno went away with Brazil last time, he came back with a great bounce. So hopefully he's going to do it again. Tonali, on the other hand, does not sound like he will be coming back with much of a bounce. As I say, it's fine for the players to go away on international break. Part of me wants to keep them here and give them a rest and work with Eddie Howe on what we've got coming up next. And that's the worrying thing. If these allegations are true and Tonali is hit with something, I mean, they're obviously taking it seriously enough that they are, well, again, reportedly have sent him home and that he will not be involved in the squad with Italy this weekend. You know, I'm sure a lot of us, we're watching England tomorrow, you know, and look, more than anything, you're looking out to see Tonali, really, you know, as much as anything else. And we will have to wait and see what happens, but it's very public eye. It's being heavily reported. We've already seen, you know, the likes of Ivan Toney get really slapped with a big ban on football because of this. I think they want to make an example of players that it cannot be done. It's very, very strict on what you can and can't do, and effectively can't. You know, it's not just the players as well. You know, it's anybody involved pretty much in St James's Park. You know, pulling the pints. You're not meant to be putting bets on there either, because it's. I'm sure there'll be a line somewhere, but you know what I mean. It is very, very strict, and we will have to see what comes out the back end of this one. But in terms of a Newcastle fan looking forward, you are looking at really after the international break. You know, we're going into Palace, then we've got Dortmund, then we're going out again at the weekend, then it's Manchester United away at Old Trafford on the 1st of November. You know, the games are coming in thick and fast. I'm praying that we're going to have the likes of Joe Linton. I'm very eager to see Willock back. Actually, I think I can't remember who said it. Someone was talking about, you know, when the season kind of started up and we really needed to just get a bit of freshness back in that side. I think even Willock's, you know, everyone's praying for Willock to come back. You know, now because we've had a few good games and everybody's looking good. You know, it hasn't been quite the same priority, but to get some pace in that midfield, and we even saw it actually kind of going from the PSG game into the West Ham game. We made one change. And that's like 3 days rest. I know that the grown lads and they're as fit as they'll ever be and fitter than most other players in our league. But still, you think we would have made we made one change. And it's all well and good early in the season to have that stamina, to have that energy, to be able to just play as often as possible. But as we start getting down the road, that's why it's so important. And I keep looking over my shoulder, by the way. I'm pretty sure my parents haven't landed yet. I will be over there in time for them, don't worry. I got here very early. I went to Tesco and got them some milk, bread and a pizza for their tea. Good son. But I will get over there in time. But you're looking at the likes of getting Joelinton back, getting Willock back, getting Botman back. We're already talking about the January window and what we could try and potentially bring in to bulk that squad up. To have the news and potential hearing that a Tonali is, as I say, heading home early from his international break. We will wait to hear exactly on what happens next. But the number one man that Eddie Howe wanted in that summer window could potentially be, you know, facing something that could see him miss out on a number of games. It's not great for him personally. It's not great for Newcastle United. It's not great for Italy. It is not good all around. The hope and pray is that, you know, it isn't true and there has been a mix-up and we'll have to wait and hear. On the other side of the coin, what the hope is that if there is something going to happen, that the likes of Joelinton and Willock are, you know, coming through from that injury. Someone would do play a game a week Saturday, Palace, 3 p.m. kickoff, a week on Saturday, that we will be fully loaded. I mean, what I will say, it does take time for these things to go through as well. So the chances are, unless something and again, I'd say allegedly, if something has happened, it's not often things get done that quickly. It will likely take time for an investigation to go through and for us to find out a little bit more. I'm hoping and praying I wake up tomorrow morning and find out it was all a mix-up or something along those lines. But as I say, sat there, bing, 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 bing on my phone. It's getting reported more and more, and I'm bloody sat straight outside where he's meant to be turning up. So yeah, there you have it. That is the news from me down here at Newcastle Airport, that Tonali is set to be heading home sooner than we would have hoped. We will have to wait and hear. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts if Tonali is to miss out. How do you go ahead? Is it get Joelinton and get Willock back as quickly as possible? You let me know down below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.